SCCF income is comprised of three components: the cell tower lease, membership, and rental income. Cell tower lease income approximates the building operating expenses. These expenses are, it could be board, but comprised of electricity, gas, HVAC maintenance and repairs, fire and safety contract and maintenance, elevator maintenance and biannual expenses, ground maintenance, pest extermination services, building and cleaning supplies, cleaning and building management, plus, as needed, electric, building, furnishing, and interior painting. So those expenses offset the cell tower income. Membership donations and rental income are needed to fund major expenses. In the next few years, the roof needs to be replaced, as does the original air conditioning, which is still somewhat operating. In addition, the building exterior needs continual repainting, which involves expensive scaffolding to reach two sides. Funds held for these six projects at May 31 are $210,000. And our estimates probably approximate that, and in this COVID environment, we expect our estimates to be over what they were when we got them.
Here at the center, we have many community activities. The Sherborn Community Center building is available for private events at discounted rates to residents of the town, and it has been popular for weddings, bar mitzvahs, birthday parties, retirement parties, etc. In addition, there are several scheduled community activities held, such as Friday night at the movies for the younger children and Jammin' in the Red for teenagers. Summer theater programs for the Sherborn youth, meeting space for the garden club, youth sports teams, Boy Scouts, Girl Scouts, town activities like the annual town caucus, the Conservation Connections event held by the Conservation Commission, and others. The building is also made available to in-town nonprofits, such as the Sherborn Community of Aging, and private memorial services at no charge or a freewill offering. Clearly, this has been a win-win-win experience. The residents enjoy the community activities, nonprofits have free space for their needs, and the town has a beautiful landmark building with no cost. What are the consequences of not renewing the lease with the foundation? The taxpayers would need to start funding the annual expenses and upkeep of the building, projected to be between $75,000 and $100,000 a year. In addition, as Lois mentioned, there are immediate upcoming capital expenses that include a new roof with an estimate of about $100,000, a new air conditioning and heating system at $200,000, and painting of the building estimated to be about $50,000. Our mission here at the foundation is to maintain a historical landmark building, provide economical, free space to town residents, and promote community activities, all at virtually no cost to the town taxpayer.
It was always heartening for me to hear when I speak to the real estate professionals in our town say that one of the things that they use as a selling point of the town is that we have this Friday night at the movies, we have all these things that happen at the community center.
So I have the pleasure of reading Elizabeth's letter. Growing up in Sherborn, the community center was a space for me to deepen my skills as a performer and a leader. The lessons I learned through these experiences have carried me into adult life and wouldn't have been possible without the tireless work that is done by Foundation members. Throughout its history, this building has taken on many forms to serve Sherborn residents, and I am particularly grateful to have been able to use the space at this point in its history, living up to its title as a place to bring people together. Thank you for your time and your continued support of the Sherborn Community Center Foundation.
You know, when I think about the Sherborn Community Center, I will tell you that it is basically my entire adulthood. The auditorium, which is shared by both the middle school and the high school in Dover, was unavailable. And so I was told by the administration, you will not be able to direct. So, yeah, I know, right? So, the whole reason I ended up. So I went on the internet and I started looking for local places. I said, surely there is some place between these two towns where you could put on a production and it would be supported by the community. And I found the 1858 townhouse, Sherborn Community Center, online, but I emailed the address that was there. But I thought for sure we would not be able to use the space. It looked like it was a place that was going to be way out of our price range. It was a place that was going to be for weddings and not for something like this small theater program that I was thinking we would put together. The email that came back was, why do you think that could possibly be true? We want a program like this in this building. This is what we want this building to be. So 20 years ago, I directed a dinner theater here in this room for the first time. And it essentially is the reason why I am still in Dover Sherborn all these years later. We've been an important part of so many kids' lives, and not only has this been such an important part of my life, but when you add up the number of people who have come to this building and watched our different shows, you are talking about thousands of people who have walked into this building and supported our kids and supported the theater program here. That is what this building has been to our schools and to our kids, and certainly to me. It is why I am still here.
I made some of my very closest friends, played some of my favorite roles, and learned so much about myself within these four walls. Every single summer, the SCC has consistently been here for the drama program, no matter how many times we annoyed the Sherborn Library, and I can't imagine those summers in any other location. I've also served on the board of the SCC along Charlotte Bueller, and it was an absolute pleasure participating on the board of such an important landmark that has made such an impact on not only my life, but many others. While on the board, I have witnessed how much the board members care for this building and the amount of effort that goes into making sure it is tended to. This building has been here for all these years because of this board, and I strongly believe that it should remain that way. The SCC has been here for me all of my life, and today I am here for it.
There really is no other place I would have rather spent the last 7 summers than at the Sherborn Community Center. I cannot express how much this building means to me, my childhood, and my drama career. And I'm sure other people can say the same. I sincerely hope this building will stand to serve other kids in this community the way it did for me. Thank you.
It's such a wonderful place. It's different, right? It's like, it's for the community. It's not anyone else's. You know, it's ours. And that's a huge thing, to have a building that's the town's building, that we can come together as a town and do things together.
This building has been an integral part of my childhood. Some of my fondest memories have been forged here. I've been fortunate enough to partake in summer theater and run Girl Scout meetings from this very room. From magic shows to gift wrapping parties, this building has always been a place for people to enjoy themselves. We as a community need to fight for this space to preserve the unity of our town and keep our people connected to each other and the world around us. Thank you.
I don't remember an annual meeting with this many people, and I think that speaks very, very well of the community center, and I appreciate that very much. I also want to, as a testimonial, just tell you how much this has meant to me. I've been to many, many events here. I suspect all of us have been to a number, and it's been a terrific asset to the town of Sherborn, and I think we've been very fortunate to have this facility and the people who manage it and run it and have for many years now.
What would this town have done for the continuation of its library facilities if it were not for this building?
What outlets can we use to express our support?
Certainly being involved at select board meetings would be of importance. We'd have to see the agenda of the select board. That's why we'd like to have your contact information so we can let you know when that is, so that you can be there and support and provide any feelings that you have that you would want to share with the select board. So that's a great question. You could also always send a letter or an email directly to members of the select board. The select board of Sherborn are very receptive and they're very open. So I'm sure that they would like to hear what you have to say for or against. So I appreciate that. That's a great question. Thank you.